Hello there, it's another video from me, Bezza. Today I'm going to be having a little look at a few indie games that I've been playing recently, and that I think you should be playing too. And yes, first up is Monopoly Plus. Just what is Monopoly Plus, I hear you cry? Well, it's Monopoly. Let's face it, it was never going to win awards for originality, but it is a pretty good version of the board game, made into a video game. It plays exactly how you want it to, with a few customizable rules, though my exploration into that area hasn't been too exhaustive, and the board is fully recreated in a little 3D city, complete with all the pieces that are with the board game, as well as little people who go around cheering for no apparent reason. If you're wondering what's happening in the background, I'm not too sure what I'm doing. I think I've just finished my little roll of the dice, and I'm just having a quick look around at my properties, of which I pretty much own the entire board. I've got most of the King's Cross stationy things, the train stations rather. And look, I'm building hotels like there's no tomorrow, and the people are going crazy. Wait, houses, same thing, you know, whatever. If you're very eagle-eyed, you'll notice that David's been kicked out, and there's only Vincenzo left. I don't know if the names are customizable or not. I will try and change them because they're pretty rubbish. Oh, this guy's got a double. Is he gonna land in one of my houses though? Let's find out. Dramatic pause. He has to pay each player £50 or dollars or whatever your currency is. And he's deciding to declare bankruptcy. Well, I win. And there you have it. This is why you should be playing it. It's awesome. Rev your engines, it's time for Trials Fusion. If you've not already played this game series before, you're in for a treat. The trial and error gameplay, sorry, no pun intended there, is really addictive, begrudgingly. You can just press the back button or the B button and go back to the start or the previous checkpoint pretty much instantly, and it just makes it really addictive. Players who have played the previous games though won't really find much in the way of new stuff. It's just basically the same game, different maps, fancier graphics. The gameplay is really simple as well. There's just the accelerator and then there's the brake. The only other bit you do is balance the biker, and that just makes sure that you land on platforms correctly, just like that. So with the simplistic gameplay and just the pure addictiveness, definitely worth a purchase. Ah yes, Worms Battlegrounds. It was given away with Games of Gold just a few months ago, so chances are you probably own it. But if not, stop watching this video and buy it immediately. I mean, just look at what we're up against. What's this guy gonna do? Skip. The gameplay of Worms is really simplistic. Each person has a turn each to kill the other worms, and generally they don't skip. Generally they do that. Everything is fully customizable as well, right down to the look of the worm and the voice and the names, and well, everything's just lots of fun. What's Tower gonna do then? It's always fun seeing what the computer will get up to. Ah, okay. Bull indeed. Don't be put off by this level though, it is only the first one, and even though everyone is skipping, it is because the AI is set to I don't know, let's just say it is terrible. Might also be worth noting, this is a game I'm really good at, which doesn't hold any bias whatsoever, at all, ever. And last but certainly not least is the Escapists, or Escapists, however you want to say it. Basically, the aim of this game is to escape from prison. Shock horror. Don't let the charming little 8-bit type graphics fool you, it's really in-depth. It's not just about trying to escape from prison, you've got to keep everyone happy. Not just the guards, but your fellow inmates. You can do this by doing little jobs for people, but they tend to involve beating up other prison inmates or guards, which then affects your rating. Another rating will be your stamina. This affects how fast you are in combat, which can be really useful when doing favours for other prison inmates. It's also the easiest to get as high as possible from the start. Next up is the strength meter, which affects how much health you have and how much damage you can do as well. This is much harder to put up. Another important aspect is the amount of cash you can have. Now, cash is used to buy like little implements and stuff from other prisoners. You can only buy certain items from them if you've got a good standing with that prisoner, and obviously if you go around beating other prisoners up for cash, you're going to be limited to who you can buy from. So a prison job is probably the best way to earn. But if you're strapped for cash, you can just rob people. Make sure they're knocked out, go up to them, and then just nick everything they've got. Even though I'm pretty flush for cash, and everyone's seeing me do this, I'm gonna be in trouble. Surely if I give everything back, they'll forgive me, right? If not, I'll just run away. Oh, best run away. One of the most effective ways to avoid the cops is just running away. Well, as long as you don't do that anyway. Favours can be really risky to do though, even though they are fast bits of cash. You're always under the risk of the guards, like going into other people's cells. And this is all to get cash to buy stuff again, and I've not even got to a point where I'm escaping. It's just so in depth, and it's really fun. Definitely worth the purchase, like everything else. Thanks for watching.